Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. My name is Kate Bolt. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK, bringing you another coffee and cards here every Tuesday, live for some paper crafting inspiration. I have you in my tripod today so I can be hands-free. So I just need to kind of get a bit of a better angle. There we are. Good morning, Helen. Hello, how are you? I'll just wait a few minutes to see if anyone hops on. I've got my coffee. So coffee for coffee and cards. Hope you've got your drink too. Morning, morning, morning. Morning, Joe. Morning, both. How lovely of you to join me. Are you going to be doing any crafting today? I have been this morning getting ready for coffee and cards. Yeah, and I'll probably do a bit more this afternoon. Excuse me sloping away. My lovely hubby made it for me and it's getting a bit cold, so I must drink it before I leave it go cold. Anyway, it's lovely to have you. I think spring is in the air, isn't it? I mean, it does look more spring-like out there. And I did the school run this morning, and when I was driving back, there was a lot of cherry blossom everywhere, and I was like, yeah, spring is definitely in the air. I think we need some springtime cards today to send out if you need to. So I've decided to use the Basket of Blooms stamp set this morning. Good morning, Jen. How are you? I hope you're well. So yeah, the Basket of Blooms is a brilliant stamp set. I've only used it once or twice and it's so versatile. I think I could even do a class with it. There's so many things you could do with that. Oh, Joe, I'm sure you will feel better soon. I know it's hard, isn't it? I felt very groggy after my jab, but I'm so glad I got it. And you will feel better, I promise. You will. Your energy will come back. We're very lucky, aren't we, to get it? But I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. So, yes. So springtime cards. Now, you might have noticed when I showed you the Basket of Bloom stamp set is all images. There are no sentiments in this one, but it's got some fantastic images in that and it's really versatile. You could pop any stamp set you like with it. So you could make this a birthday card. Easter cards would be great, wouldn't they? Even a sympathy card, anything with this one. So choose, if you're going to use it, choose which sentiments you're going to have to go alongside. Good morning, Carol. So lovely of you all to join me. It makes me feel like we're at coffee and cards properly. It's lovely. So I've popped you in the tripod this morning so that I could sit and talk to you properly without wobbling you around everywhere and holding you before I put you in there and turn it around. So I'm just hopefully when I turn the camera around, it won't be too clunky. So fingers crossed. Yeah, so we'll crack on. But I picked out some lovely spring colours to be card making. A little bit of news for you before I start. We've got a special on starting, I think it's 11 p.m. tonight or definitely midnight. So it's a one day only, so the whole of tomorrow. We've got a free shipping. So free postage and packing on any order over £35. So if you spend £35 on an order, tomorrow you get all your shipping free. So fantastic if you've spied a stamp set that you like or any goodies or supplies that's in the back of your mind. If you just need to stock up on cardstock and loads of glue and inks and blends and things, get the free shipping because why pay if you don't have to? Save some money. Good morning, Hilary. It's lovely to see you. Have you got your cups of coffee? Right, I'm going to turn the camera around. This is going to be the telling moment to see if I can do this. Now, I do have mine a particular way so that I can see your comments while I'm crafting. I stand and craft. Morning, Wendy. Oh, you got a Mother's Day gift from the NHS, your COVID jab. Yes, yeah, I understand why it would do that. I hope you feel better soon. It's lovely to have all of you here. Right, let me see if I can turn you around without causing too much hassle. So do bear with. I'm going to have to take you out of the tripod to do this. Oh my word, here we go. Oh, we're getting there, but now I need to turn my tripod around, so I think I need to get a little bit more technical. I think that'll be the thing. Is that you, Philomena? I think it was. I saw a little photo come up. I hope it is. Good morning if it is. Or whatever time it is there. Right. Yeah, not smooth, is it? I think we need... Hi, Anne. You've got your cafe mocha. That sounds lovely. Right, let's move all of this out of the way and see what you can actually see. because I've really messed up my angle. But there we are, we're getting there. It's a great tripod I have. There. But I need you to be able to see what we're doing. How's that? Is that any good? Oh, goodness me. Try that one. There we are. I think we're good to go now. Are we good to go? Sorry if it made you feel a bit dizzy. I will work it so that it's a little bit less clunky. So I picked out some pretty colours for both our cards today. I have picked out terracotta tile, granny apple green, and then I've got Daffodil Delight added into the second one. Right, let's show you what we're going to do. Simple stamping today to make a really pretty card. Okay, so I've got my card base, which is my usual size of A4, and I've scored it in half and cut it in half. So from an A4 piece of the cardstock, you get 2 card bases. And then I've got my layer that goes inside in basic white. So the front of this measures, I scored it at 10.5, so it measures 10.5 by 14.9. So this one then is ½ centimetre smaller, and this one is 10 by 14.3. And then this one is 10 by 14.3, so the layers are the same. And then I've got this one down slightly a little bit more, so that one is then 9.5 by 13.8. My regular layer sizes I like to use. Okay, so I'm going to be stamping on this one. Let's pop this one out of the way. Now I'm going to decide what I'm going to do, where I'm going to have my things. And I've chosen the big vase stamp to use first. And I'm just going to stamp it in any colour. It doesn't really matter what colour I'm using because I'm going to cover it up. So I'm going to stamp it out in this brown, but it doesn't really matter. There we go. And I just need to decide. Now, I've got some very long stems that are going to come out at the top. So I need it far down, but I'm also going to put my sentiment along the bottom. And I think I'm going to have a bit of ribbon as well. So I want everything in it. So I'm going to put it about here. So it's slightly over to the right so that I can put my ribbon on and it still looks kind of central here. And then I'm going to put my sentiment down here. Now you can always stamp your sentiment first. I'm going to put mine on there. So to make sure that you have enough room before you stamp your vase if you want to. Okay, so I've got that one. Right, now here comes the fun bit. I'm going to pick up some colours here, but I think I'm going to put my ribbon on first. Doesn't really matter when you put your ribbon on. I think I'm going to put it on first. Okay. I'm going to grab some sticky tape. Oh, I finished a reel of washi tape. That is so satisfying. I love doing that. And then you just get to go into a new one. So snips, cut your ribbon out. My snips are getting blunt. I think these are the first pair I ever bought. They are so old. I've had them like forever. And as you can see, I use them every single day. So they are getting blunt, but they are probably the best scissors I've owned. I have a few pairs. So I like to anchor my ribbon down at the back with just some flat washi tape, and the washi tape is not very tacky, so if it's slightly skew, if you can take it off and reposition it without ruining your card. Good morning, Jan. How are you? Are you all right? Have you had your jab? We're just all talking about us that have had ours. I'm very lucky. Right, just need to wait for my next one in a couple of months now. Right, I'm going to make a knot on mine instead of a bow. You know how I like to do that. I love a knot because it's so much easier and I like the look of it. Especially on camera, it makes it so easy to do. Except for I left it so long at that end. Oh, excellent, Wendy. I'm so glad you found it. I saw that you did. I'm glad you enjoyed that YouTube video. It's a very handy little box to make, isn't it? That one with the envelope. Was it with the envelope punch board that was? You can do it without. Hello, Doreen. Right, here we are. That's a bit better, isn't it? So I think I'll get my other big scissors out because these are a bit sharper. trim off those ends. I'll probably make it smaller because I'm going to move it up and down a bit. The thing about putting a knot on it is that you can move it up and down where you want it to go. So when I finish, I'll trim it to where we want it to be. So I've got a vase and I've got a bit of ribbon, and that's where we're at with our lovely stamping. So I have got 2 long fronds from this lovely stamp set, this fern and this one. They're these images here. This one, I could also use that one, but I've got this one and this one to start off with. I'm going to use the biggest one first. And I'm going to match up my cardstock with my ink pad. So I've got Granny Apple Green. So it all does it for us. We don't have to worry about the colour match. Yes, it is a shame they don't sell it anymore, but never say never. Oh, I'm glad you're all well. Hello, Margaret. I'm so glad you joined us. Lovely to see you. So I have this here, and I'm going to cover this up with another vase, and that's why I've done this, because I want to be able to line up my ferns and stems so that they fit inside the vase and they don't poke out. So that's my reasoning for doing that. So I've got the first big one in there, and then I'm going to go for this one. And as you can see why I've done my vase quite far down the card, because obviously you need enough room for your very long stems. Oh, right. My stomach's starting to rumble. It can't be lunchtime yet. I've picked out some of the Stampin' Right markers. Did you know you can get the watercolour markers in the same colours? So I've got Terracotta Tile and Granny Apple Green there. And I'm just going to colour in my stems very quickly and simply using the brush tip end of this one. Like so. I'm going to colour in. I really love this terracotta tile colour. It's one of the 28, no, hang on, I've got to think about what it is. I think it's the 2019 to 2021 in colours. So at the end of this month, I want to say, no, the end of April is going to retire, which means that whole set of in colours for that 2-year period retires and makes way for a brand new set. So if you like the terracotta tile and the other ones, I'll show you what they are in a minute. Grab the cardstock and things before you can't get it anymore. Right, nearly there. I haven't used my markers in ages. I just thought it might be nice to get them out and play. You don't have to at all. And I'm going to show you a way, my second card, I'm going to show you a way of colouring in your stamps without using any markers or anything like that. I'm holding my breath. Does anyone else kind of do that when they're colouring in? Or bite their tongue? Yes, it does. I agree with you, Wendy. It does tend to slightly kind of change. I keep getting it mixed up, and then I realise which colour it is. I think it's because I don't use it enough. I absolutely love it, and I've got this beautiful ribbon that matches it. So, yeah, I do agree. So we've got this. So now what I'm going to do is stamp it on a piece of scrap white. Now, where did I do it? Here it is. So I think I'm going to stamp it. I quite like that in the soft suede. I think I'll stamp it back in that one. I'm going to cut it out. It's a really nice little stamp set. I need to check the price on this one. Right, I don't advise you, by the way, if you've got these lovely snips from Stampin' Up that are fabulous, I don't advise you taking out big staples with them, because that's what happens when you do it. Yes, not a plan. I had a parcel and it had some staples in it. And I thought, oh, I'll just use the edge of my scissor to lift it. They were very strong staples, put it that way. You poke your tongue out. I do that sometimes. It's like when you put makeup on, it, isn't it? When you kind of make a little face when you put your makeup on. It's just the same. I think it's just concentration. Here we go. Let's. So have anyone got anything good planned this week? Let me know what you're all up to. I'd love to know. Jacob's back at school. So I've got my school runs. Give a little bit of shape to my day a bit more. I've got all of these things to do too. Right. So here's my vase. Excuse me. And it's going to go on there. Although I could have cut it out. You know what would be great? Well, I don't know if it would work. Is if you used a piece of patterned paper on there. I think it would be quite nice. I'm not convinced about this vase being this colour. I think it needs something else to pop. I might colour it in. Should I colour it in terracotta tile? Staying home, I think we should go for a walk, Carol, if you're up for it. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Right. Have I got it in the blends? I don't think so. I'm going to leave it white for now and see where we go with it when I've got the other things on there. So that's going to go on there. Now I'm going to start doing some flowers. Now there's some really pretty flowers in this set. Let's grab the scrap paper out. Where are you? So we've got a few different flowers here. We've got this one and this one. I'm going to use a couple of those. I think this one's really pretty. And then we've got these small ones up here. So I'm going to use these two because these actually match the small bloom punch. And it means I can punch them out. So I've got terracotta tile. I might add in another colour, but I'm not sure which yet. Right, so 2 in that one. Where are you? Here you are. I don't know which other colour to use. Right, okay, so they're all terracotta tile. Let's grab this out because this will give us an idea of what we're going to look like when we're done. That's pretty. I know, I think I'm going to bring another pink in. I've got Floaty Flamingo here. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. I had a completely different idea when I was had my card in my head, and so halfway through making it, the whole lot went in the bin and I started again because I completely changed my idea, which is why I haven't finished making the sample. Do you ever do that? It's like, actually, that's not what I want to do at all. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Similar. And you see that there, that Flirty Flamingo is very similar. Wow. Okay, I quite like that. Let's cut these out, see where we're at. So the small bloom punch matches. How fab is that? Ooh, Alfie's in the hallway. Morning, Philomena. Murder Mystery Zoom party. Oh my goodness, Hilary, that sounds so much fun. How does it work? Is it with a company or is it something you would buy in a box, like a box game, or there's a whole group of people walking around the front of the street in the front of the house? And so I don't know if you can hear the dog barking. He's defending his land. Silly pooch. They've just gone for a walk. Looks like a little family group. I love the Flirty Flamingo. It's so nice. I haven't used it for ages. So I shut him out of the craft room because I have the curtains open. Alfie's saying hello. I have the curtains open and the blind up, and he just sticks his chin on the windowsill and looks and watches. And if anyone dares to walk by, he woofs at them. Which is not very useful when I'm on a live. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't actually know if he's defending me. I think he just wants to say hello. Oh, what? There's a whole group of them. Oh, I think they're trying to get, there's a cut through into the fields. And I think they're trying to get through there and they've realised they can't. But in that kind of realisation, they're taking quite a long time to work it out. So they're all loitering, annoying the dog to death. Oh yes, I like these. These are pretty. So I have another terracotta tile one. I might bring some down here. Although I've got to have my sentiment down there, haven't I? So that's what I might do. Now, what colour am I going to make this vase? You're all setting your character part and your other niece is hosting it. We're set in a 1920s nightclub and we're dressing up. So it might be from a box, a game box, I can't say it. A board game type thing. We had some of these you could buy. Oh, and we're talking about back in the 1990s. It was amazing. We did the same thing. We actually went to someone's house for a dinner party and did it. But you've got all the clues. You've got the whole part. You're the only person who knew your, you know, you're the only person who knew your role, your part. It was really well done. I hope it's like that. It sounds so exciting. Right, we've got lots of flowers going on. And I think I'm going to leave my vase white, clean and white. So saying that, I'm going to stick it down. I need to grab some more dimensionals. From my adhesive drawer. I have a whole drawer with all my glue. Oh, now he wants to come in. Oh, she bought it online. Yeah, it's a great idea. Do you know what? I think I'd love to do that. Look, a new one. I love a new sheet of dimensionals. I really do. Right. I am going to stick a couple on the back of that and I'm going to kind of bend it with my fingernail to make it curl a little bit. To give it a bit of sort of depth to it. It won't be very 3D, but you get my idea. So I've got those there. No barking through the window now you're in here, Alfie. You'd be good. You're such a silly Billy. Oh, there they are. I was going to say I grabbed some little ones as well and I couldn't find them. Let's put them. I have a little thing there with my glue in. I have a little pot for my glue, see, so that I don't lose it while I'm filming, but you guarantee I will anyway. So I love that just by cutting this vase out, you can do a lot more with this stamp set. You can do the same with the basket and the flower pot in there as well. So that's sticking up like that. And then we're going to put these on. I am really hungry today. Good morning, Christine. So I think I might be scrapbooking this afternoon. So I don't know if any of you saw, I've put a photo up on Instagram yesterday of my youngest. He's not that small now. He's actually got a birthday on Friday this week. He's going to be 14. Bless his heart. It's his second lockdown birthday. His 13th was very miserable. And he's got his second lockdown birthday on Friday. Come on, you. Oh, go. Go on. You're disturbing everybody. There, he's gone. So he's got his second lockdown birthday on Friday, bless his heart. So I'm going to try and make it a bit more special this year than we could last year when it was all a bit fraught, definitely. So yeah, we're doing that. And he's not so little, he's going to be 14. So yesterday I was looking through photographs to scrapbook and I was looking at Disney ones in particular, and I posted one on Instagram about that I came across of him when he was, let me see, 4. I say he was about 4 years old, and he's meeting Tinkerbell, and she gives him a great big kiss on the cheek, and he is so besotted. And it is the cutest thing. It is so sweet. I absolutely love this photo. And I was just down a rabbit hole yesterday of memories, and it's just so lovely to scrapbook them. So I'm going to be doing some of that this afternoon. We found some great funny ones, honestly. Right, I'm using the little dimensionals to pop these up. They're kind of, I want one that's, I don't want the same one next to each other. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, it was so cute, wasn't it, Carol? He was so little. I must find, there's another photo of him that we took as well. He was 2 when we first took him to Disney World, and we happened upon Snow White. It wasn't a line meet and greet. We happened upon her walking along in the Magic Kingdom, and she was walking down some steps. She was obviously on her way to a meet and greet or something like that. I think she was on the steps of the castle, and Jacob was absolutely, he couldn't even speak. He could not speak. He was just so besotted. And she gets down and bends down and kneels down to his level, and she takes his little face in her hands and she puts a great big kiss on his forehead. And I've got a photo of her giving him a big kiss. And then he walks around with this big kiss mark on his head for the rest of the day, and he is just in heaven. And it is the cutest thing, honestly. Yeah. So there we are. We've got our vase of flowers, and now what we need is a sentiment, and I really wanted to put something pretty on there. So I was going to take the "You Are Simply Wonderful," but you can write whatever you want because you want to make the cards for whatever occasion you're going to use. So it could be an Easter card. You could put Happy Easter along there and make it a lovely Easter card. I'm just going to put "You Are Simply Wonderful" there, and I've got to decide exactly what colour to do it in, and I think it's going to have to be the Granny Apple Green. Now, I'm going to stamp it straight onto the card, so we're all going to hold our breath and hope it stamps well. If not, we're going to have to cover it up. They do grow up so fast, don't they? Yeah, I don't think he'd be very impressed with meeting Snow White anymore, I have to say. He probably would like to meet Snow White, but he wouldn't be impressed like that. I know. So cute. We've got lots of lovely memories, not just Disney World, but they just happen to be the ones that I was looking at yesterday. Lots of memories to be scrapbooked. Right, here we are. Now I'm going to get this right. I'm actually going to take this ribbon off the back. I'm going to stamp it, and then I'm going to replace the ribbon down, which is maybe what I should have done in the first place, because I think I'm going to cover it up very slightly. You are simply wonderful. Let's hope this stamps well, guys. Hold your breath, here we go. Yes, 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 yes. Don't you like it when a plan comes together? Oh, yes. And I'm going to bring that closer to this side, so I'm not just covering up too much of my W, although you can definitely tell what the word is. So, yeah, so we have the free shipping tomorrow. Any orders over £35, get free postage and packing. That is really good. Perfection. Oh, thank you. We've got it right on the edge there just so we can see it. And then, oh, I've got ink on it. Look. Oh, how did I do that? Is it on me? Anyway, we'll cover it up. It'll be fine. Nobody will know. It never happened. I'm going to use my Stampin' seal. Although the other day I managed to loop it up. I think it still is. It might take me a minute to undo that. So I think I'll just leave that for a minute and use my Tombow. I have a new Tombow. They chose your daughter on the ET ride to ride the bike with ET. Oh, she's never forgotten it. That sounds fun. That sounds absolutely brilliant. I love the ET ride. That is so cool. And they say your name, don't they? That's so cool. Yeah, it's meant to be there, that splodge, Helen. Thank you. I might put a flower there. Something will cover it up, no doubt. Happy accidents. You Are Simply Wonderful. And then we're going to bring in a terracotta tile to make it pop. You've got your wish list written. Well, definitely. Our new catalogue launches, the annual one launches for you customers in May. May, yeah, launches in May. But demonstrators get to see it a whole month early, but we're actually seeing it on the 24th. So I'm very excited about that. 24th of March, we get to see all the goodies. So, yeah, and we get to order from it at the beginning of April. So, yeah, well, I'm going to be saving my pennies for that big wish list. There's a lot going on there, I'm sure. Right, okay, so on the inside, we need to put something. So we've got You Are Simply Wonderful. I think I am going to put thank you from the bottom of my heart from this same stamp set that I've been using called the Bloom and Grow stamp set. I really like this one. A little hello I might use on the next one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's the only one that I managed to stain. I must have used red or pink on that one. And I think to make it all match, we'll use the... Oh, did I get the terracotta tile ink out? Yeah, I was using it, wasn't I? Here it is. What's on your wish list, Carol? What is on your wish list? Have you all seen the new butterflies? They look amazing. They are... You can order the whole bundle of the butterflies at the moment, and they're on like an early release for the new catalogue. And they've got designer series paper included in the whole suite that you can cut the butterflies out of, but they won't. The papers won't be in the catalogue. So if you want that with the cut-outable papers, you need to order it now in the pre-order time, in the early release time. I mean, okay, let's have some little flowers in there. Alfie, stop it. Oh, he's being so naughty today. There we are. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And that's going to go inside. Such a simple card. So there's nothing fancy used in this card. It is literally stamps, ink and paper. I have used a couple of pens to colour in with. Not completely necessary. So if you've got stamps, ink and paper, you can recreate this card. It's not difficult. And this is a coffee and card style card. Good for everyone to be able to do. Anyone can stamp. Oh, butterflies with your rewards. And Joe, you've got your Stampin' Up delivery just arrived. That is the best day ever, isn't it? When you have your Stampin' Up delivery come. I think you need to tell us what goodies you've got on it, because everyone loves to know. Get excited. Right, this is my box of embellishments that I like to keep all my Stampin' Up goodies in here. I've got lots of different things. Lots of droplets and little jewels and little dots and all sorts of fun things in here. Just need to see if I've got anything that matches or would coordinate. I think I'll just go for these or these, not those. I've even got some of the very old things, because there's no point in throwing those kind of things away, because you can always jazz your card up with them, or your box or your page or whatever it is you're doing. You can always use them on there. I think these might be pretty, but I don't know if they're going to be big enough to cover that up with. They might be. Post a picture, yeah. Put it on the Inkstampshare, your craft group. That would be nice if you posted a picture of your what's in the box today, what's in your brain box. Oh, look, I've got rid of my ink splodges. No, that's just a car. He's looking at me as if to say, I know, Mum, I just wanted to try out my woof. It's ridiculous, isn't he? There we go. I think we add a couple more, otherwise it looks a bit contrived. got to dash off to work. Bye-bye, Helen. Have a great day. Do not work too hard. Helen is counting down to retirement. She is very shortly retiring. And I can't wait, Helen, because we're going to get to craft lots together and do things together. It's going to be so fun. Don't work too hard, my lovely. So that's that one finished. I'm going to show you another one now, but I'm going to show you a little trick with the other one. So, okay, that's our thank you card. So I kind of like it. I might just trim the end of this up, though. Just cut that off there. There we are. And make them opposite angles like that. Make them look kind of not tatty, nice and fresh ends. There we are. So that's done. Let's grab another one. Okay, let's put them to the side. Now this one I put in yellow. I went for a nice spring Daffodil Delight. Just got a new pack of Daffodil Delight open this morning. Love that. So these are all the same layers as I've used before. I am going for, my layer isn't basic white today though, for this one. This is, my words aren't working. This is with the watercolour paper. Okay, so I am going to stamp it down using any colour I like. I've just got some crumb cake, this will do. Just so that I can line it up again and get my idea of what I want. I'm going to bring it same-ish where I had it before. It's the same design card. But I'm going to show you something a little bit different with this one. Okay. I think I need a darker brown. So I'll go for soft suede. That's a useful one. Grab a piece of the watercolour scrap. Piece here. I'm going to stamp it again, like we did before, but on watercolour this time. Like that. I need to wash that stamp because it's just going to stain. Tell me, ladies, what are your Netflix guilty pleasures at the moment? Do tell. I am... I've gone back and I'm revisiting an old favourite that I watched when it first aired many years ago, and I haven't watched it since. I'm watching Ugly Betty. It's brilliant. I love it. So I've got one of the water painter brushes, and it's a paintbrush with the chamber that has water inside it. Oh, whether you like his woof? Honestly, his woof has always been that deep. When he was a tiny puppy, his very first woof frightened him. He was this tiny little labradoodle with very long legs, and he just did this big woof, and he just frightened himself. It's really funny. So this is a trick. I love this. So stamp your image onto watercolour paper, and then you don't need to colour it in. Just draw with your little bit of water coming through, not too much, don't flood it. Draw your ink in from the edges or the middle, wherever it is, and use it to shade your image, whatever it might be. And you don't need to add any more ink, any pens, any pencils. You can just do it. And then you just let that dry for a minute. It doesn't take long. Okay, so, and I've wiped the end of my water painter on my stamp cleaning chamois just to clean it off. Okay, so that's going to dry. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to do the same on here as I did before. I'm going to grab out the Granny Apple Green and I'm going to stamp. And I'm going to do the same. So it's going to be a similar type card. I might show more of it this time though. I did cover up quite a lot of my leaves last time. Oh, yeah, no, I like that. I might do another one. Come off the edge, but that's all right. Like that. Like that. And then I'm going to bring the water painter back in. I'm going to try the same without flooding it. See how it works. So just bring in the colour from the edge on the middle. It just gives it a soft hue from the ink you've already got that you have stamped. And this just gives you a little bit more use from your ink pads. You don't have to have everything to make a pretty card. You don't have to have all of the colours of all the blends or pencils or pens. You can do it. And if you don't have a water painter, I recommend you grab some because they're absolutely brilliant and they're a great little investment. But you can just use a paintbrush and a pot of water if you don't have them yet. So just bring it in. There we go. Just let that dry. Okay, I'm going to cut this one out. Where's my little snips? Just to go over the top. My husband's working from home. I can hear him laughing in the study next door on a call. We have a full house. I've got the two kids at university upstairs, if that makes sense, on seminars. And then I have, not kids, they're young adults. And then I have Jacob in school. Right. Oh, just a note, and I will put it on my Facebook page, that as it's Jacob's birthday on Friday and we're going to be having a little dinner and celebrate, I won't be doing my Facebook Live. I'll do it on Thursday if I possibly can. I'm going to bring it on Thursday evening instead of Friday so that we can concentrate on celebrating Jacob's birthday. So there we are. We have a little bit more colour added to our vase this time because I used the ink in the same way. Now, let's stamp out some of these. Let's grab some more watercolour paper and do the same thing. You know, I've got some scraps and some bits and some pieces. All right, let's use these flowers. 1, 2 of these. And what have we got? We've got yellow, so we need some yellow, don't we? Oh, I didn't pull out the Daffodil Delight. Let me grab that. Oh no, this is exciting. I bought myself a new Daffodil Delight ink pad. And I haven't been in it yet. Exciting times. Oh, look at that, brand new. Love it. Oh, if you've never had a new ink pad before, if you've had a new one and you haven't realised, here's a tip. On the back you get all these stickers, and at the top there's one that says the name of the ink. So you pull that one off like that. Here it is, says Daffodil Delight. And you pop it on the front of your ink pad here and it stays on there, and then you can see what colour ink you have. Let's pop it on straight because that would annoy me. There we are. So now we know what colour ink it is. But there's also one, they're in different languages. So if you buy it from and you're in a different country, you've got the one for you. There's also one that has no writing on it. Let me grab that one because that one goes on the inside. And that is really useful. And I will show you why it's useful. So let me open it up. There is a little channel here where you open and close it, and you can pop your little sticker in there like that. Now, the reason is sometimes you have all your ink pads open like this, and if you don't have this sticker on, it can be quite difficult to tell what colour they are. I mean, you can probably tell from these two, but if you had two yellows next to each other or very similar colours, you would not know what they are. So these are fantastic because they let you know what colour you're using, so you don't stick it in the wrong one. You don't put your your stamp in the wrong one. Right, a little bit of flowers. Let me just clean the colour off of this one. And let's just stamp a few of these. Don't they look beautiful in the yellow? Love it. So I've got 3 of those. Where's the other little one? Here it is. Give it a clean. I've got another one I might try and put on there. Right, okay, we've got those. Now, I'm going to bring in my water painter again. Make sure it's clean on the edge. And just colour that. Don't want it to be green. And it just pulls all that colour and makes it a bit of a vivid yellow. Nice, isn't it? Makes it pop. I need another colour in here to decide what colour I'm going to do. Give me a colour, ladies. What goes with Daffodil Delight and Granny Apple Green? If you've got a colour that you think might work, do tell me and I'll use it. If I have it. I have nearly all of them, but there is the odd one that I don't have, which I don't even know. So let's just punch these out using the small bloom punch again. Shall I use a pink? Do you think a pink would work? Give me some ideas. I could stick to the terracotta tile. Let me know and I will use whatever you decide. Otherwise I'll just go for it. Right, I've got a load of those. Let's see how they're going to look. Right, I'm going to put my vase on first. Let's curl that back. Oh, Flirty Flamingo. All right, let's go for that. Oh, Melon Mambo. Oh, I tell you what, should we try them both and see? I haven't used Melon Mambo in forever. Should we get them both out and see which one works? But I do like it better than the Magenta Madness because I do like that colour, but it's a bit mad. All right, okay, so we've got some yellow flowers. That one I didn't punch out very well, but we've got some yellow ones. Right, let's have a look at Magenta Madness. I've got my, see, this is what I'm getting new ink pads every now and again. I've still got a few of the old style. Mambo was one of those as well. So let's have a look. Let's stamp those. Mambo, Mambo, Mambo. Let's have a look. Oh, that is lovely. So we've got Melon Mambo. Bring that up a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. Did I clean that? I think I did. Yes. And then we have Flirty Flamingo. Okay. Which one are we going for, ladies? Melon Mambo or Flirty Flamingo? Should we go for both? What do you think? It's flying. Mambo. I think we could use them both. They're both really pretty. I think they work. Ooh. It flew away. It's slightly thicker because it's the watercolour. Both it is then, ladies. Ooh. Do you know what? It's like tiddlywinks. Did you ever play that when you were little? And they'd fly across the room and you wouldn't be able to find them. That's what that's like. Tiddlywinks. Me and Helen would play it when we were little. You've got the majority and the old form. Yes, that's it. Why? That's what I say. I've still got a few of them. Why bother if you've still got them? Mine are, the ones I'm replacing are generally the very, very old ones that I've had forever and a day. And I think it's time, you know. But I've got lots of both of them now. I think I've pretty much got them all, but I think there might be the odd one I don't. But I'd have to look. Do you know I haven't got crushed curry because I killed my crushed curry ink pad. It's dead. Oh, that Melon Mambo really is pretty when it's coloured with a watercolour. It's quite intense, actually. Right, okay. Hello, Mum. Lovely of you to join us. We are playing with this stamp set called Basket of Blooms, and I'm taking the sentiment from a different stamp set called Bloom and Grow, and we're having a bit of fun with it. And we've got lots of different colours going on this spring floral one. I really like it though. I'm going to stick them all on. Right, let's go for it. And then I'm going to use some little gems on them. Ooh, a whole strip came off. Did any of you just hear that? The dog did this amazingly huge sigh, like the world was on his shoulders. Silly pup. He's so daft. Do you know, they bring us so much joy in lockdown though, don't they, these dogs? These pets of ours. Just don't want the same ones next to each other. We have a whole bouquet of pretty flowers. I've kind of got past what's natural as well, by the way. I don't know if that kind of thing bothers you, but sizes of flowers and things like that, I've kind of got past it. Yeah. Right, what did I do with my rhinestones? They're about over there somewhere. I use those. Go on in. Okay, so we've got our flowers. It's going to go on here. And I have got some of the yellow Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon. I'm going to use on it in the same way as I did with the last one. I think it looks really spring-like, so we're going to go for that. Let's stick that on. But before I do that, I'll do my sentiment, shall I? I think that might be the way to go. And shall I use the same ones I did before or not? What have we got? Just a little, I think a little hello might be just nice there. I'm going to do that. Let's go for it. Oh, excuse me, Alfie. That's enough. It's another car going by. Right, hello. And I might do it in black. That's a bit daring, isn't it? He wants the ramblers back. He is looking out there, actually, yeah. What they were doing. I think they thought, because they've cut down a load of trees and brambles down there, I think they all thought there was a gap that you could access over the fields, but you can't get through there. Right, so we're going for hello. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to stamp because it's watercolour paper, but let's go for it. It's gorgeous yellow ribbon, isn't it? Oh, that turned out really well. Love that. Don't you like it when a plan comes together? I make it sound like it was all going to be all planned. Well, it kind of was, I suppose. Right, okay. We're going to cut this ribbon. And I've got more room this time because I haven't got a very large sentiment going on there. I'm going to grab my washi tape. I got a lot hanging off this hook that I keep on my, that's the one I've just finished. I keep it on my trolley next to me. I've got a jar full of washi tape, but this one is just for die cutting, sticking things down, going on envelopes to make them look pretty. This is a great stamp set, by the way, to make sure you stamp on your envelopes. It's really nice. So let's stick this down a little bit. Another bit. One bit won't work, won't be enough, will it? What am I doing? Yes. Your cards. Oh, at last, honestly, Mum. They all went in the post at the same time. It drives me insane. But never mind. Right, there we are. That's not quite straight, and that bothers me. It's almost straight. It's like a smidgen out. There we are. Oh, yeah, we definitely need more washi tape. I think I don't know if it sold that well. That's the only thing, the only reason I can think of why we didn't have any last year. We kind of have some, then we don't, have some, then we don't, have some, then we don't. And it's kind of annoying, isn't it? I don't know if a bow would work on this one. Nope. Gonna go for my knot. I much prefer the knot. I really hope we have some more washi tape when the catalogue launches. That'd be so nice. But I always hope for lots of different things. It's part of the fun of the anticipation of the new one is to see what we get to work with over the next year. Love it. There we go. So there's our pretty ribbon. There's our hello. We just need to glue it all together. Oh, I really like it. So, yeah, a little tip. Use a water painter with your... there's a dimensional back. Alfie, no barking, please. Oi, stop it. Use a water painter with your stamped images on watercolour paper. And just use that ink that you've already laid down when you stamp, like I have here. Alfie, stop it. Otherwise you won't be included in copy and cards. Not long to wait now. Oh, and if anybody would like to join my Stampin' Up team and get an amazing discount on your starter kit, it also means that you would be able to pre-order from the new catalogue a month before all customers do. So you get loads of perks. You get all the same perks as you do being a customer, and you get all the perks. You get 20% discount on everything you order. At least you get loads of perks from being a demo. Join my lovely team. There we are. So if you want to think about that, get in contact. Here we go. Anywhere in the UK would be great. So I love that. I think I like that better than our first one. I think it's those colours you've chosen, ladies. They are so pretty. Right, I'm just going to put another little hello inside and a couple of those flowers and it'll be done. Because then you can write your message. Love that. Right, I've got some of these left over. Should I put these inside so I don't waste them? I just got that colour. Maybe I'll just stamp them and save those flowers for something else. And I've got a spare vase, all sorts. So we went with Daffodil Delight. Excuse my arm. Thank you. Let's have a scrap of paper. I'll show you something else as well that I was doing. That's fun to do with this stamp set. Yellow. Good clean in between. I don't want to get pink in my yellow ink pad. That was the demise of my crushed curry one. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Right, that's Melon Mambo. We need spring flowers, don't we? We need some pretty spring flowers at the moment because the weather's that kind of weird in between, isn't it? Not quite warm and not quite cold. Oh yeah, there we are. I think that would be nice if you'd have happy Easter in there. That would have been nice. So I had this scrap of card out here. This isn't card. I had this scrap of designer series paper out here when I was designing this card, and I was just trying to see what the basket would look like, and I think it would look great actually on this. This is the what's this called? Tasteful Textures, something like that. Designer series papers, and it's all these lovely kind of textures in there. Loads and loads and loads and loads you get, and I think it's great for stamping on. I think it's Tasteful Textures, but I can't find the label because I've mixed it all up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. You get tons of it. I hope they carry that over. It's so useful. And I think stamping in a nice deep colour like the soft suede or even crumb cake, and then cutting that out would be great on a card. So that was why I had that out. I was playing around with that. There we are. Hello, Baz. We're just finishing our card. I'll show you what we've been doing. We've been playing spring flowers with the Basket of Blooms stamp set and the Bloom and Grow stamp set. So these are the ones we've been using. So here we go. There's that basket one that I was showing. There's a lovely flower pot, and we've been using the vase today. And we made this one, and the stamp set that I used to take the sentiments from is this one of my favourites, Bloom and Grow. Love that. So that's what I've used today to make these two cards. I hope you like them. I'm just about to finish up. I've just got a couple more things left to do. So let's have a look. I've got some, I'm so glad you're here, Baz. I've got some, right, so sorry, I was looking for my pick tool. I'm very excitedly waiting for my next delivery. I've ordered all the supplies for my March card class, and I can't wait for that to come, and then I can prep the whole kits and send it all out. It's really exciting. We're using the Whale of a Time suite, so that should be with those of you who've ordered it. That should all be with you by the end of the month, all prepped and with you and with your tutorial. I hope you like it. I think it's really exciting. Yeah, little goodies in there. Right. These Take Your Pick tools are amazing. I gave one of these as thank you gifts to my customers over the last couple of months. I've got a different thank you gift this month. Right. There. I like the little jewels though. The rhinestones are fab, aren't they? They really pretty it up a little bit. There you go. Those are our cards today. We have got You Are Simply Wonderful. And it says thank you from the bottom of my heart. And then we've got hello. Hello. Hope you like them, and I will be back. I know, I'm excited as well. I will be back on Thursday instead of Friday for Paper Crafting Live in the evening at 7 o'clock. Oh, Baz, I'd be very flattered if you did that. Indeed, I would. Thank you very much. I'll be back on Thursday because it's Jacob's birthday on Friday. So hope you don't mind changing dates, ladies. And I hope to see you then. And don't forget, we've got free shipping tomorrow. So yeah, and you can find more inspiration over on my website at inkstampshare.ink, which is where my shop also is as well. If you're watching on replay, do let me know and leave a comment. I would love to know if you're watching later on and what you think. And if you're watching on YouTube on replay, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and hit that little bell down below for notification of future videos too. It helps me so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, ladies. I'll see you soon. Have a great week. Thanks for joining me. Bye.